Hello students, so this is the practical list for pointers. Among these practicals, we have already performed the third practical, that is swapping of the swapping of two numbers using functions and pointers. So please go through the video of call by value and call by reference in order to understand this practical. So in today's class, I am going to perform the first two practicals. So what exactly the first practical is saying? Try to program to find out sum of 6 elements of an array using pointer, right? And write down, take an array M10 and print the elements of array using pointers. So let me just open my IDE. But before that, I would like to explain this practicals a bit. So suppose I want to add two numbers. Say it is having int numbers, int A and B, having value 10 and 12, and suppose it is inside location 200 and this is at 204, right? These are the integer variables. I am not talking about array, I am just talking about the pointers. Now I am declaring int pointer P and pointer Q. Pointer can be declared in this way. So P is a type of pointer, Q is type of pointer, and we know that the pointers are nothing but the variables which stores the addresses. So if I want that this P equal to address of A, that means this address will be stored here. So here 200 will be there. That means P is pointing to A, and this 204 is stored over here. That means this Q is pointing to B. So if I am writing Q equal to address of P, I can use this. Now what if I want to use this value 10 in terms of pointer, in terms of P? I can write pointer P equal to 10, right? This means whatever value at this location should be 10. So this means P's value is address of 10, that is 200. So you can write value at 200 is equal to 10, right? So this exactly is the concepts. Now what if I want to deal with array? So let me just close this everything. So now if I want to deal with array elements, how exactly the array look like? Array will look like this. Suppose it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. It is having name A and it is kind of integer array. Now as the array is integer, I have to use integer pointer. So suppose I am using pointer P to store the address of this array. Now it will store the base address, right? We know the base address. Base address is nothing but the address of the first element. So suppose the address of first element is 200, then 200 will be stored over here. So how can I write this? Either I should write P equal to, that is address itself, right? So P equal to address of A of 0, or I can write P equal to A, right? So this is two ways to initialize array addresses. When you want your pointer to point at something, right? So you can use either this method or this method, any of this, right? So now let me open my IDE So first practical is all about summing up the array elements using pointer, and second practical is all about the printing the array elements using pointer. So first I will like to print the 10 elements using pointers, and then I will like to sum them, right? So I will perform that entire practical in the one practical itself. So I'm using first include stdio.h, then I'm including int main, then I'm using return 0, right? This is very common. Then I'm taking one array a of 10 which will be having value 10. Now I'm using loop to take value inside array, so I'm using for int I equal to 0, or either you can say I over here, both are same. So I will be starting with 0 because array index starts with 0, I is less than 10 and I plus plus, and here it will be scanf %d, and here you can write and a of I. I hope you guys are understanding. We have already done this in my video lectures of array. Now I am declaring one pointer p. Right now pointer p is not pointing to any location. Now what if I want p to point to any array? I can write p equal to a, or I can write p equal to and a of 0. Both of these methods are correct, but I will write like this. That means the address of a of 0 will be stored to p. Now some student may ask that ma'am, we are assigning this value before getting value from user. Then will it store the garbage value inside p or not? So for that I would like to explain a bit that this address will be allocated when the array created or array declared. So this address is fixed, but it is having garbage value right now. So before scanf, this array is having garbage value, but this address is known, this address is fixed. So you can write this like you can write this before scanf. But if you want to deal with values itself, if you want to deal with a of 0, then it will be having garbage value. But we are dealing with end, that is address of a of 0. So this is how I will have the answer, or I will have the values of p. Now what can I do over here? So once after this code, my array will be filled with some kind of values, right? Now I want to print those values. How I can use pointers to print them? I am again having a loop. Let me copy the similar loop. I am again copying the similar loop and paste it over here. Now what I am doing, I am writing printf. So here it will be printf %d, because I am going to print integer. But instead of a of I am writing value at p, right? So this means value at p. Right now value of p is address of a of 0. Now when the loop executes at the second iteration, I want to print the second element. So that's why I have to do p plus plus. I hope you guys are understanding. Let me save this program and check if we are doing correct or not. It will be having in same line. So okay, let me just execute it first. We will see the output first. So I'm entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So it is printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you want to see output in some better manner, you can use this dot or slash, and let me compile and run it again. If I'm entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and say 10, then you can see it is printing in this manner. So this is how I can use arrays. Now some student may have doubts with this loop. So I want to tell you that what I'm doing here. So what exactly I'm doing, let me just erase extra terms and show you. Here first I have created int a of 10 and I, right? So here in my memory location, at some particular memory location, I is created and one array of size 10 is created, right? Up to this. So index will be 0, 1, 2 up to 9. It will will be having name A. This will be A of 0, A of 1 and so on. Right now it is having garbage value. Right, and suppose it is on starting with location 200. This is having some location 1000. Right, this is very small location. I am just predicting the location. These are not the correct location. Now after that I am writing int pointer p. So if as I have written this over here, my computer system will understand that this is kind of pointer. So what it will do, it will create another variable at some other location, say 200 location, 2000 location. It will create a pointer. As it is pointer, it will store the value of another variable, address of another variable. But right now at this moment it is also having garbage value. Right, now what I am doing, p equal to and a of 0. So address of a of 0 will be copied to here. So what will be the value over here? It is 200, right? So it is having value 2000. Its own address is 2000, but it will store another variable's address that is 200, right? So I know that when the array is declared, this address is fixed, but these values are unknown. Now when I run the first loop for I equal to 0 to 9, what will happen? I am using scanf. So loop will execute for 10 times and it will place some particular value entered by user inside this array. So suppose I have entered 1, 2, 3 up to 10. So it is entered like this. And i's value will be changed from 0, then 1, then 2 and so on, right? So i's value will be changed like that. At the end of this loop, i's value was 10. And then the loop, the control comes out of the loop. Now you can see it over here that here I have declared second loop. So I have explained everything till now. Please write this code and try to understand whatever rough work I am doing on my whiteboard. Now I am going to explain this code. So from this loop I am again starting I with 0. So you can see it over here. Right now its value is 10, but now I am starting it with 0 for second loop. So now 0 will be stored over here. Then what I have written? Printf star p. So star p means value at p. Right now what is the value inside p? It is 200. That is address. So here it will be like this. That means value at location 200. What is the value of location 200? It is 1. So it will for the second loop for I equal to 0 to and again we are going to print star p. So currently star p is nothing but 1, so it will print 1. So here I am writing an output. You can see the output over here. So it will print 1 in my screen, right? 1 and dash. Then I am doing p++. What exactly this p++ is? I have explained scale factor, in which I have told that whenever we are doing p equal to p plus 1, it will actually incrementing it according to the scale. So as here we are using integers, it will actually doing p plus 4 or the size of integer. We have already discussed this topic in the video of scaling factors. So please, if you have not gone through that video, go through the video and understand the concept. So please p++, that means the next address of the element. So here it will be suppose to 204. So now p become 204 over here. Now it will check if I is less than 10. Yes, i's value is 1 now and it is less than 10. So it will again go to the loop, print value at p. So what is the value at p? So value at 204. What is the value? This. So it will print this and so on. So you can understand this concept in this way. This is how I can perform a program to print array elements on my screen. Now what exactly the change is to be done in order to perform the second practical? That if I want to add numbers using pointer. Suppose I want to add numbers using pointers. So what can I do? I don't want to print it now. I just want to add. So sum equal to sum plus point p. And every time I am incrementing t. Right. So here loop is just to count the number of iteration. Every time I am actually changing the value at p. So value of p will be changed. So address will be changed. Same way value at that address will be changed. So at the end of this loop, I can write printf sum of the array elements are or is %d, and here it will be sum. But one error is still there, that is I have not defined sum equal to 0, so I am declaring sum equal to 0 initially. Let me save this program, compile it and run it. Now I am entering, say, 1 1 1 for 10 times. 1 1 1 1 1. So you can see the sum is 10. So we can get this correct result by using pointer. So this is how you can use pointers in order to perform the practicals, civil practicals. But pointers are really very memory efficient. And at the end of this video or at the end of the practicals, I will like to talk about that thing, that when pointer is important. Basically, when we are doing the practicals of structure, at that time I will tell you, because at that time it will be very easy for you to understand why pointers are efficient, right? So if you have any doubt, you can comment below the comment section and ask me. See you in the next class with the next videos of this practice on pointers. Thank you so much.